Now, this is a religion of 1 billion people, so there are many different belief systems, many different sects within this cosmology, but this is really the major difference, okay, between the Shia and the Sunni.
All right, so we have debunked the statement of this is the religion of 1 billion people last time, and I'll put the video here for you to watch. But the entire statement tries to do two things at once: shrink the size of Islam and shrink the depth of its internal discourse. And actually, both moves miss the mark. When Mr. Jiang says this is a religion of 1 billion people with many sects, but the Sunni-Shia difference is really the major one, there are two problems here with this statement. The first one is numerical, and the second one is intellectual. The numerical problem, which I have already discussed, and I'll put the video for you to watch, because the foundation of the statement is outdated before the argument even begins. The intellectual problem, however, is of the term that he uses, many sects. Yes, indeed, Islam has diversity, but calling it many different belief systems creates a false picture. And across the overwhelming majority of Muslims, we have one God, the absolute monotheism. We have one prophet, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. We have one Qur'an, unchanged and universally accepted. We have the same 5 pillars of worship. So that is not fragmentation. That is remarkable doctrinal unity for a global civilization. As far as his other statements saying this is really the major difference between the Shia and the Sunni, I have clarified this in my previous video, because the divide is not a single issue. It is a cluster of theological, legal, and historical differences. And that's including nature of leadership between the caliphate and the imamate, between the authority in interpreting religion, different hadith traditions, distinct legal methodologies, and so on. Reducing all of this to one major difference, like I said in my previous video, is like reducing all of philosophy to one argument. But regardless, what I see happening with Mr. Jiang, which he does this in all his lectures, the size of Islam is minimized, its internal unity is blurred, and its intellectual depth is oversimplified. Islam is not a loose collection of competing belief systems. It is a vast, structured tradition, unified at its core, diverse in its scholarship, and far deeper than a single line summary can capture. What Mr. Jiang ignores is that unlike other religions, where the difference in belief remains a big divide in differences such as in theology, the concept of God, the number of books that they follow, and so on, this is actually not the case with Muslims. And if there are sect disagreements, they're not actually core foundational. You follow me? So let's see his other claims.